Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of John Has Trust Issues, where I discuss issues relevant to the world of authorization and zero trust in just a short amount of time. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm talking about a trust issue that came about because of a lot of my travels of late. Back in May and June of this year, I spent a lot of my time traveling to different conferences all over the country. Some of those happen to be over on the East Coast. Yes, I'm a California person, so I'm not used to weather. And my trust issue stems from all of that bad weather that I would get and the delays and the airports and bags lost and things like that. Anyway, so that's my trust issue for this episode. In those traveled with those in those conferences where I traveled to all of those different places, I've talked to so many different people from all different aspects of cybersecurity. From architects that are working on identity security, DevOps engineers, CISOs, etc. I talked to a whole bunch of different people, and a lot of the people that I would meet and have conversations with, I would ask them the simple question of, what does zero trust mean to you? And I got a lot of different answers, but I definitely feel at this point that of all of the different identity security initiatives that are going on out there, that zero trust is definitely something that is top of mind. It's something that's being thought about in different organizations. And I'm not just talking about governmental type organizations, but also private organizations. So yeah, it's all over the place. Of course, if I talk to a CISO that's from some kind of government agency or government organization, they're definitely on the hook for implementing zero trust in their environments. But it's all over the place. I've concluded one thing in all of those conversations is that we are definitely on the upswing in that Gartner hype of hype cycle where we've gone through definitely many ups and peaks and valleys and troughs, etc. Where in my mind, it resembles a roller coaster type of hype cycle, really. Um, and I think we definitely are on the upswing. There's definitely a lot afoot here. But first, a little bit on the background on zero trust. We do know that the history of zero trust is a long history. It's been around since about 2010. It was adopted pretty heavily, or solutions were offered, and a lot of organizations adopted very heavily on the network side. Definitely the firewall vendors were some of the early adopters of the zero trust mindset, really positioning it as a network perimeter type of solution. But we do know that it's a lot more than that. And I think whether it's a lot of us in the industry either wising up or maturing, or it's just that technology is finally caught up to the place where we can finally implement on top of the networking solutions that are out there. And what I'm talking about here is that it's all part of identity security. And so it's about controlling authorized access to resources, to devices, including a lot of the management devices themselves. So, things like network devices, etc. Why wouldn't those be part of your zero trust scope? And I'm talking also about the cloud as well, obviously. And all of that is all part of this zero trust umbrella that we're striving for in the industry. But a little bit of background first. Just really quickly on the zero trust model, we have to thank a lot these same government organizations. These are agencies like CISA, NSA, DoD, etc., on the zero trust model and those tenets. So, first of all, on that background, number one, assume that you're operating in a hostile environment. So that's definitely one. Number two, assume that you've been breached. Number three, never trust, always verify. And number four, verify explicitly. So if we take that and we layer on top of that identity security, we can achieve pretty close to 100% coverage of zero trust in our environments. And of course, it's not just implementing MFA also, although that's a huge part of it, the continuous verification, continuous authorization aspect of it, which is something obviously that I speak about quite a bit here on John Has Trust Issues and in my postings through my employer, StrongDM. So, what do I hear? What did I hear from organizations who are really keen on zero trust? So, number one, I heard that they've got funding or they are getting funding. So, definitely, it's something that we as an industry are putting money where our mouth is for sure. We have real initiatives because of that. Obviously, we wouldn't be funding them if we didn't also charge our CISOs with implementing zero trust throughout their organization. And number three, we are implementing, and like I mentioned earlier, we are implementing zero trust with the help of solutions that finally enable us to, as an industry, implement zero trust. So we're talking across the board, even, and of course, I'm partial to my employer, StrongDM, where we're implementing zero trust in the privileged access management space. So definitely solutions in the IAM space take zero trust all the way to that last mile. So that's my assessment of zero trust from late spring, early summer. I'd love to hear more from you. What does zero trust mean to you? How are you implementing zero trust, if you are, or if you're thinking about implementing zero trust? And number three, do you agree with me that zero trust is on an upward swing in this hype cycle? Hit me up in the comments or on LinkedIn. The links to all of those resources are in the comments section here. And definitely let me know what you think. Well, that's it. That's another episode of John Has Trust Issues. This episode has been brought to you by StrongDM, my employer, the modern access management platform that enables continuous zero trust authorization for all of your sensitive and all of your critical resources. Thank you very much and have a great day.